Good morning, grade 9, to a new lesson. Here with you, Mr. Andawahid, your math teacher. Today we are going to have a lesson in chapter 9, which is lesson 9.4, transforming quadratic function. Of course, we talked about quadratic function the lessons before, and we said that a quadratic function f of x equal x power of 2. Here, in any quadratic function, I need the x to be power 2 here. So I told you that the coefficient of x power 2 must not equal 0. So a must not equal 0. In this lesson, we're going to learn that the quadratic function f of x equal x power of 2 is a parent function. The graph of all other quadratic functions and are transformations of the graph of f of x equal x to the power of 2. For the parent function f of x equal x to the power of 2, its axis of symmetry is x equals 0. Here it's x equal 0. Or it's the y-axis, okay? And the vertex is 0 and 0. The function has only one 0, which is 0, okay? Now, if I have these three functions, quadratic functions, but I have here different coefficient of each one of them. Here, f of x equal x power of 2, so its a here is 1. G of x equal half x power of 2, the a here is half. H of x equal negative 3 x power of 2, so the a is negative 3. And of course I don't have b or c. Both b and c are zeros. So I have the same, b equals 0 and c equals 0, but I have different values of a. Okay? When you draw these parabolas, you will find that it has the same axis of symmetry, which is x equals 0, and the same vertex, which is 0 and 0. But look here, in the g of x, which is equal half x power of 2, you find that it's wider than the original one, okay? It's wider. But look at the blue curve here, blue parabola here. Its coefficient of the x power 2 is 3, so it's narrower, okay? So the value of a in the lessons before determines me that the curve will open upward or downward. How? If the a is greater than 1, so it opens upward. If the a is smaller than 1, so it opens downward. And of course this is negative 3. Take care of this, okay? Negative 3, okay. Now the a will also determine the width of the parabola. If the a is smaller than 1, so the parabola is the absolute value of a is smaller than 1, so the parabola is wide. If it's smaller than 1, so if it's greater than 1, it will be narrower, okay? Let's see this. In this rule, we're having here the rule, the graph of f of x equal ax power of 2 is narrower than the graph of f of x equal x power 2, narrower when the absolute value of a is greater than 1. And it's wider if the absolute value of a is smaller than 1. Here, absolute value of negative 2, it's what? Greater than 1, so it will be narrower, okay? It will be narrower. Here, absolute value of quarter, it's smaller than 1, so it's wider. Look how wide is it? The blue one, it's wider, okay? Let's see here a question in this lesson. Order the function from narrowest graph to widest. Here, negative 2, and here third, and here fourth, and here 4. Negative 2, and a third, and a 4. So we said what? The greater is the narrower. The greater is the narrower, the greater absolute value, of course, absolute value. So I will take 4x power of 2 first, then this absolute value is 2, and this is third, which is greater. This 2, so it will be next narrower, then the third x power of 2 is the wider one. Okay? Okay. Type, what if I have f of x equal 2x power of 2 and g of x equal negative 2x power of 2? Here, it's the same absolute value. Same absolute value. So what's going to be? There will be same width. They will have same width. They will have same width. Okay, let's see here. Now, I'm going to see that this curve, f of x, there is no b or c. Here, there is no b, but there is a c here. Negative 4 is the c. Okay? And here, it's all, we also have here a c. Okay? And all the coefficient of a here, a, all 1. Okay? So, they have the same a and same b, but different value of c. Different value of c. The value of c here will determine where the vertex will be. If it will be up or down. If it will be up or down along the x-axis, the y-axis, sorry. If it will be up or down along the y-axis, okay? How? Look here. X power 2 plus 3, it's up. And here, x power 2 minus 4 is down here. Okay? So, the value of c makes these graphs look different. The value of c in a quadratic function determines not only the value of y-intercept, but also the vertical translation. The vertical translation of the graph of f of x equal ax to the power of 2 up or down the y-axis. So my rule here, if I have x greater than 0, so it's translated up. If it's smaller than 0, so the parent quadratic function is what? Translated down. It's translated down. Very good. Let's see here. Compare the graph of each function with the graph of f of x equal x power 2. Here I have negative third, so it's smaller, its absolute value is smaller than 1, so it's wider than this one. So it's wider. Here I have plus 2, so it will be up. Okay, plus 2, it will be up to the y-axis. Okay, up in the y-axis. Very good. And take care, negative here, negative. For the coefficient of x power 2, that means it opens downward. It opens downward. Okay? Okay. The x of symmetry is the same, which is 0. The vertex of f of x is 0 and 0 all. X of power 2 is 0 and 0. But the vertex of g of x equals 0 and 2. 0 and 2. Okay? Okay. Open with me your practice book in lesson 9.4 and let's solve these together. Okay, here, order the function from narrowest graph to the widest. Narrowest to the widest. If I want to order from narrowest to widest, I'm going to look to what? To the a, coefficient of the x power 2. And I'm going to get, it's what? Absolute value. Here it's 3, and here it's 2. Then, the smaller is the wider. So, from the narrowest, it's 3x power 2 is the narrowest, and negative 2x power 2 is the widest. So, this is number 1, and this is number 2. Okay? Look here. I have here half, and here 5, and here it's 1. Okay, it's not written, but it's 1. Okay, absolute value of them, it's the same, half, 5, and 1. Now, the greater one is the narrowest. The greater is the narrowest. So here, this is the first, then this is the second, then this is the third. It's the wider one, okay? Of course, you can solve 3 and 4 by yourself. Compare the graph of each function with the graph of f of x equal x power of 2. Here, let's start with the a. A here is 1 and a here is 5. So, this will be what? This will be narrower. Okay, plus 10, so it's what? It's what? It's translated up by 10, يبقى up in the y-axis by 10. So its vertex is what? The new vertex here is 0 and 10. This is the new vertex. Okay? Okay. Of course, you can solve 6 and 7 by yourself. See you next lesson. Thank you very much. Do your homework. See you next lesson.